My name is Christina, and this is going to be for our presentation number 2, a message in a song. So when you think of a phone number, what does 1-800 typically remind you of? Sometimes it's like a toll-free number, sometimes it's an ad. Alternatively, do you recognize the phone number 1-800-273-8255? Well, this number is actually the phone number of the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. And it's also the name of my song today that I'm presenting. So 1-800-273-8255 is a song by Logic featuring Alessia Cara and Khalid. It was released in 2017, and it brings awareness to depression and normalizes seeking help during mental health crises. This message was further amplified during its live performances at the VMAs and Grammys. So 1-800-273-8255, or also known as 1-800, brings awareness to the National Suicide Prevention Hotline and informs people that they can and should seek help for mental health crises. According to the 2018 Quartz article, depression diagnosis is up 33% in the US, and that's a good thing. Depression has been rising since the 1930s. Specifically, from 2013 to 2016, there's been a 33% increase. And according to the 2020 article by the National Institute of Mental Health, suicide is the 10th leading cause of death among all age groups. From ages 10 to 34, this is the second leading cause of death, and from the ages 35 to 54, this is the fourth leading cause of death. And according to the New York Times article in 2020, Why is America so depressed? The suicide rate has also increased 33% from 1999 to 2017. So we're seeing an increase of diagnosis of depression of 33%, which is great because it means that people are, seeking treatment and seeking assistance for this, but we're also seeing an increase of suicide rate and suicide attempts of the same number. So 1-800-273-8255 or 1-800 shifts the narrative from caller to lifeline responder with each singer. And it starts with Logic, saying, I just want to die. But it also shifts the narrative to Alessia Cara, who reassures him in saying that his life is worth living, and goes to Khalid, who does prolong that message. And this song really initiates the conversation about depression, and it destigmatizes mental health. And by even naming the song after the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, Alessia Cara, Khalid, and Logic are actively promoting the use of free mental health resources during times of crisis. And this message is further promoted during their live performances, particularly during the VMAs and Grammys, which are music shows watched by millions of viewers. And instead of having flashy performances and background dancers, the singers were actually joined by other suicide survivors wearing shirts that say, we are all human beings during their live performance. And this really promotes the idea that depression and suicide affects everyone, regardless of gender, sex, size, age, financial background, sexual orientation, gender identity. And again, it just emphasizes the fact that it affects everyone. And according to the 2018 CNN article, Logic's Grammy performance tripled calls to National Suicide Prevention Line. Calls, again, increased 50% after the VMAs and 200% after the Grammys. So people are actively seeking these free mental health resources after, viewing that performance. And it actively shows that this message was reaching its audience and had a impact on people. And so this song, 1-800-273-8255, again, normalizes seeking help for mental health crises, particularly for depression and suicide. It portrays someone in need of assistance who's feeling like their life is not worth living. And it goes to, after speaking to a crisis counselor, feeling like their life is worthwhile. And this normalizes mental health issues, and again, seeking resources during times of crisis. So the song works to destigmatize and promotes the use of free services. And again, we saw this as a direct impact with the increase of calls after their performance. And this song has definitely touched a lot of different people. And I know that it's affected me in my life as well. And I think it has a really powerful message. That's it. Thanks for coming to my presentation. Do you guys have questions?
Yeah, I'll ask the first question. My
What
name is Vicente.
Okay.
What's the reason why you chose this song?
The reason why I chose this song is because I have dealt with depression in the past, and it's something that I still deal with. And for me, listening to this song was so powerful in hearing someone else's experience and knowing that, you know, what I feel or things that I have experienced are not isolated, if that makes any sense. But I think it's just a really powerful message. The first thing that I thought of something being so impactful in a song. Yeah. Because this is like a heavy topic.
Agree.
I don't have a question, I have a comment. I would like to say that I really liked your presentation. It was really nice, and it was a most relevant about relevant topic, and that's really important to a lot of people. So yeah, very nice.
I have a question. So, do you feel like it is important for artists to speak about, situations and issues that may go on in the community, and that, other people as well as themselves as an artist may go through, like with some with mental health and depression?
I think like with music specifically and art, it is really about sharing stories. And in this case, I think that it can be really powerful when someone utilizes their platform, if they have like a following, to promote a message such as this about mental health awareness, or about really, well, I would say most things that, like, yeah, mental health awareness. I know that there are songs particularly also for like rehabilitation about someone's personal journey. And I think that those are really powerful in that they're sharing their own message and what they've been through, but also inspiring other people who may be going through that or may not even be ready to go through that process, and inspires them to let them know that change is possible, that there is better in the future if you decide or if you can work towards it. Yeah, or seek help. Yeah. That's it. Thanks.